Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a quick fix sewing tutorial on how to fix a popped seam. If you guys are excited for this video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. And if you haven't joined the pack yet, hit the subscribe button down below. Alright guys, let's sew. Okay, so here we have this little sack. It's made out of canvas material. It's actually the liner to my daughter's laundry basket, but I found it at a thrift store. Beautiful basket, beautiful liner, but it did, however, have this hole. And if you can see, it's right along that seam. So I'm going to show you guys how to fix that. Okay, so our hole is right here on this seam. It's ripping the canvas pretty well, and you can see it wants to kind of keep going and pop those stitches right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this guy inside out. Just like so. So now my seam is face up. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to fold right along the seam, pretty right sides together, pretty to pretty. And we're going to pin this seam right here along the serging line. Okay, now you've got two options. One, you can hand stitch, just a ladder stitch or a blanket stitch right along the serging here and you'll be finished. Or you can go over to your sewing machine, which is what I'm going to do because I hate hand sewing. So if you're using the machine, you're going to want to start over on this side just because of the bulk of this guy here. So just make sure you're aware of where your bulk is. So I'm going to start on this side and I'm going to do a straight stitch right along the straight stitch in the serging here, just to reconnect the fabric. It's already serged, so I don't really have to serge it again. I'm double checking this side here because it is fraying. So this serging did come undone. To fix that, you would just do a zigzag stitch or run it through your serger again. So let's go ahead and take it over to the machine. Okay, so I'm over at my machine. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna be using a basic stitch with a size 2 stitch length. So like I said, I want to be able to start on this side because otherwise I'm going to have trouble getting that bulk through. So I'm going to flip it over. So now my pins are actually upside down. Just be careful. I'm going to be using a gray thread for this. One, so you guys can see. Two, because I'm too lazy to switch it over from my previous project. So we're going to go ahead and put that presser foot down and I'm going to lower my needle to make sure it's where I want it, which is right inside that serging straight stitch. So I'm going to start with a reverse stitch to lock it in place, and I'm going to go ahead and sew all the way down. Okay, so my fabric here is starting to come up because of the fray. So what I'm going to do is making sure my needle's down. I'm actually going to lift my presser foot a little bit and flatten those guys back down. If you also have like a purple thing, a pen, a steel, a stiletto or anything like that, you could use that to guide. And if you can see right in here, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more. No, I can't. Right under my needle, my fray is actually sticking up. So I'm going to back stitch. Alright, raising my needle up just a smidgen. I'm going to slide it over a little bit more because I actually don't have a thread line to guide me this time. Here we go. I'm going to use this pin to just kind of help with the tags here. So it's a needle down. I'm going to fix those guys here. And I'm going to sew right up into this waistband or roll, whatever you want to call it. Back stitch. Okay. Finish off your stitch. that and cut. Okay, so you can see here, I've got the gray stitching. What I did is I just followed along that serging right on top of it to sew it closed. I went all the way to the top with a little reverse stitch up there. Mine aren't exactly straight, but it's on the inside. Doesn't matter a whole lot to me. If it matters to you, just try to make it as straight as you can. But there's the second side. So now we're gonna turn it right side out to make sure I've got it all closed. And there we go, right side out. It's closed almost pretty much all the way. I've got a few stray threads sticking through. I am gonna probably have to poke those back. So I'm just gonna use my seam ripper to kind of poke them back through. You can cut them off if you want. But you can see I have a little bit of a hole still. So we'll go back and fix that. Put this guy back in. Okay, so we're just gonna sew up a little bit higher into this waistband channel. All right, I went ahead and sewn that. So flipping it back over to the right side. Now I have it a little bunched here because I went a little bit too far. So I'm gonna rip those out here. Making sure not to rip a hole in your fabric. All right, and there we go. A finished fixed seam. You don't have to throw your clothes or garments away just because they have a hole in it. Because it's your favorite shirt, you can save it just by restitching that seam closed. There we go. The liner for my laundry basket is fixed. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to remember to give it a big old thumbs up if I helped you at all. If you learned anything today, gold star for you. And be sure you have joined the pack by subscribing down below and supporting the channel. Thank you guys so much. We have finally reached 1,000 subscribers, and I am looking forward to welcoming more and more of you guys into the pack. I hope this helped you with a quick sewing fix, and I'll see you next time. Bye!